Hi guys! Okay, so instant ways for readers to either like or dislike your characters. Let's start with like. Have your readers save something. For example, maybe they get a cat out of a tree, which is why this method is called Save the Cat. It doesn't have to be a cat though. It can be anything, but there is some criteria. Whatever they save has to be not for their own benefit. It has to be almost entirely for the benefit of whatever's getting saved. Otherwise, it doesn't seem as heroic as it would be. It just seems kind of self-serving. Also, it has to cost the saver something. Like, for example, they see a bird tangled up in some wire, and they save it, even though the wire cuts their hands and they are atrociously late for the most important work meeting of the year. Maybe you even started to like that character just from hearing that. If absolutely nothing is at stake from them doing this thing, then it's kinda meh. It packs more punch if the saver sacrifices something to save the thing, like the bird. And that's just one example. To make readers dislike a character, all you have to do is switch that around. A selfish act done entirely for their own benefit, and costing them nothing. It's an example of this to see maybe a little puppy with a broken leg on the side of the road, and they walk right past it, deciding they don't want to be hindered by such a disgusting creature, and getting home to yell at the person who is currently repainting their house is much more important than the puppy. Hands up if you're mad at that character right now. Bonus points if that character even does something to hinder whatever needs saving. Like giving that poor puppy a kick for good measure. A selfless act with no benefit for the saver versus something selfish done entirely to help the character. Another way to make your readers absolutely hate a character is to have them kill someone who is completely innocent. Now, you have to be careful with that one. If you are killing someone only because you want to make sure readers know how completely and utterly evil a character is, you have to make sure this character is not important. Rest assured, I will do a video on killing characters sometime. But for now, what I mean is if you kill someone important for no reason except that, readers will stop pointing fingers at the villain and instead point fingers at you. Something you do not want in the slightest. One way to kill an unimportant character but still get to have impact is for that character to work for the enemy and go against protocol. If your story is in third person, you could have a chapter in between the normal story, or in between the perspective of the character being killed. In second or first person, you could have the character hiding somewhere, watching it happen, which is awesome because it shows the other character's reaction to it as well as the reader's. Anyway, maybe the executed character gets assigned to do something that's super evil and they're not on board with it, so the villain tells them they'll be killed for their disobedience. Then you could have a brief bit with the guy who's going to die saying they have a partner and 2 kids and a dog at home. And what are they going to do? How are they going to manage if that character dies? And their dog won't know what happened to them. This is a great way to drag out the emotion and to make your characters to scream for the character to live, and then they get killed. The killing part is usually pretty short, but fairly painful, allowing the character to gasp a couple last words before they die, and the villain just tells all the staring co-workers to get back to work or they'll be next. It is likely that your readers and characters will remember that this happened. Maybe a co-worker, a friend of the dead person's, will even decide that this place sucks and leaves for the good guys. Okay, I think I also need to do a redemption video too, soon. One of the best things about these tropes is that you can use them as many times as you like in the same book, although not the killing characters one. That's kind of a one-time thing per story, because after a while it'll start getting old. Actually, all of them will, honestly, if you forget to shake it up enough. I'm gonna correct that a bit. Only use these tropes more than once in the same story for the same character, if you really, really need to. Like how you don't call an ambulance every time you get a cut on your finger. So, that's pretty much it. But trust me, these are super effective and super fast. Bye! See you next time.